My name is Scott Hamilton. I'm the president here at Mountain Empire Community College, and we are very proud and pleased to host the Mountain Empire Community College Homecraft Days concert tonight. And we're also proud of Mountain Music School, too. That's kind of what I started to say. But I wanted to say that this year, we're dedicating the whole Homecraft Days weekend to Sue Ella Boatwright Wells, who has been and had been one of the driving forces behind not only Homecraft Days, but our Mountain Music School. Sue Ella left us this year, and we all miss her terribly. She was a wonderful influence here at the college, and she loved this college. She loved mountain music and the Mountain Music School, and was very proud of everything that had been accomplished over the years with getting that started and continuing that to carry on the tradition of mountain music here at the college and teach a younger generation about this wonderful music and continue on with the history and the tradition of playing that music up here in the mountains and here at Mountain Empire Community College. So we'll all miss her, and we're dedicating this weekend in her memory. And it's my pleasure now, by the way, this is our 45th year for the Homecraft Days here at Mountain Empire Community College. And I'm about to introduce Bonnie Alasser from Pro Art, which it's their 40th year. So they have been a fantastic partner over the years in putting this all together. And so without further ado, here's Bonnie Alasser from Pro Art.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hamilton. And on behalf of the Pro Art Board of Trustees, it's my great pleasure to welcome you as well. I want to take a moment to say a few words about Dr. Hamilton. As many of you know, Dr. Hamilton will be leaving at the end of this year. And I just want to say thank you to Dr. Hamilton for being so supportive of the arts. He has been a steadfast supporter of the arts ever since he set foot on this campus, and we will really greatly miss him. You know, it is very difficult to keep arts programs going in these very difficult economic times. So thank you, Dr. Hamilton, and give him a round of applause, please. Well, Dr. Hamilton said we are really celebrating this evening because in the arts, 45 years and 40 years is a long, long time. And both organizations are strong and moving ahead. I do also want to celebrate something else, and that is the life and the legacy of my dear friend, Sue Ella Boatwright Wells. After she passed, a friend of ours, a mutual friend, Debbie Saito, who was dean here at this college and also was our boss, both of us, and she is now the president of Richard Bland College, the two-year branch of William and Mary. And sometime back, Debbie sent me a note with some reminiscences about Sue Ella, and she told a story that I want to share with you. It's very brief, but it really reflects the personality of Sue Ella Boatwright Wells. Sue Ella was in her office, and she was very, very angry at Debbie for something. I don't even remember what had happened. But she called Debbie on the phone down the hall, and she just let loose and let her have it, according to Debbie. And Debbie said she was so angry that she hopped up out of her chair and marched down the hall and sat down next to Sue Ella's desk. And when she sat down, she noticed a ceramic jar. And on that jar it said, "Ashes of Old Bosses." Debbie said, all I could do was just melt. She said, I just burst out laughing. And that was my experience. No matter how hard my day was, I could walk down the hall and sit down in her office and close the door. And as Charlotte always said, within 2 minutes, you'd both be cackling. Debbie also made a comment about Sue Ella that I thought I would share. She said she said her many, whoops, I lost it here. She said, I'm sorry. I did want to get her words straight. She said she was a great, one-of-a-kind mountain woman, and she truly was. And you'll notice in your program we do have a tribute, and I just want to close with those words. Her many contributions to the arts leave a legacy that will stand the test of time, and she will be greatly missed by those of us who remember her with love and admiration. Suella, tonight's for you.
Well, good evening. My name's Tommy Bledsoe,
I'm Rich Kirby.
and we're going to be your host here tonight, kind of like the Laurel and Hardy of Home Craft Days. I'm not sure which one I am, but anyway, we're really happy to be here tonight. We thought this is just a wonderful time to talk about a little bit, just briefly about the history of this festival. How many of you have been here for, let's say, 10 years? How many have you been coming for 10 years? And how about 20 years? How about 20 years? We got anybody back there that's been there?
There's a few,
20?
yeah.
Yeah, there's a few. How many of you, is this your first time here? Well, good. Welcome, welcome. How many of you were here for the first one? There we go. We got some back there in the back. So those folks back there, be nice to them, because they're like me. They need to be nice to, because they got a little age on them. We've had a great time with this festival, and it started back in 1972, 73, whenever it was. Do the math, Rich.
72.
72.
So this is the 45th.
45th annual festival, and it's changed a lot. We've had so many different musicians come by here, so much through this program, through this festival. Artists, craftspeople, demonstrations of mountain crafts and music, and a lot of things have changed, but the most important thing about it is you, the people of this community, have supported this festival.
And this is, of course, a bittersweet time for us, those of us who worked so long with Suella. We're not not quite sure how we're going to go on, but we will go on, because that's what we do. That's
Suella would make us.
She'd.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
She would expect it.
I'm not going to cross that, not even at this late date. But no, we could get maudlin, and occasionally we do. Sometimes thinking of the dear friends that have played at this festival that are no longer here. But the great thing is that as some people leave the scene, other people come on, and there are people who kind of getting up there who were just little sprouts when they started playing around here, and have kept things going, and want to have a special acknowledgement of the music school as a part of all that, which is Suella's other great legacy to our music and our community, and we're about to see some of that here just in a minute. But so this is, as I said, it's bittersweet, but it's really great to be here and to see all of you all out tonight.
So let's get this celebration started here, Mr. Kirby. We're going to bring out some folks here that are that sort of two poles of the longevity here. Ron Short's been here in in Big Stone Gap for quite a long time. He's a native of Dickinson County, and worked very long and hard to help mountain culture and music prosper and continue, tell the stories of the mountain folks. And these other young people, the family that's going to be with him, are the Childress girls. The Childress girls were some of the first enrollees in the music school. Some of the older Childress girls were. And you'll meet them here tonight. And each year, it seemed like, maybe every couple of years, another Childress girl would join the group. And I think there are 5 of them, maybe, girls, and they just had a little boy. So I want you to please make welcome here to to the Mountain Empire Homecraft's 45th anniversary stage, Mr. Ron Short and the Childress Girls.
Good evening to you. Tommy didn't get around to how many of y'all been here 30 years. He didn't. How many of y'all been here 40 years? How many of you are here at the first one? Doggone. Your hand keeps going up. Is that a reflex or you just... Well, 72, it was a couple of teachers, people that I know, Roddy Moore, who went on to Ferrum, and George Reynolds, who went on to work for Foxfire for many years, decided that they would have a one-day event in which they would bring people in, and it would be an enrichment kind of thing for the students, is really what it was intended to be. And then shortly thereafter, it was when Sue Ella began to produce Home Craft Days, and it became Home Craft Days. And so every year it's gotten a little bit bigger. A few years back, I can't remember when we added this Friday night concert. We didn't used to have a Friday night concert. It was 2 days. Now it's 3 days. We're working our way up to 4 days. Then pretty soon we're going to have Home Craft Days about every day. And about a week of testing for students. That's about it. That's it. That's it. We're talking about Sue Ella Boatwright Wells tonight, and we're talking about her for a very good reason. She was a friend to us, a personal friend, but she was a wonderful colleague because you could count on getting things done with her. You would never join into a partnership with her and figure out you're going to have to do all the work. But she would let you work. She'd let you work yourself to death and never step in. Because she figured if you were as dedicated as she was, and she was dedicated. It's difficult for me, it is very difficult for me to drive by this school and not think of her. I can't do it. It's very difficult for me to even come back to this school and have the same feeling about it, because for me, she did represent this school. And for many people in our community, she was the face of this school. She was just out there and doing so many things. So tonight, we're not bringing Sue Ella up over and over again because we're mourning. We're mourning. We just want to keep on mourning, because we're not. We are not mourning Sue Ella Boatwright Wells' life. We're celebrating her life. We mourn the moment she passed from us, but there is no way we can look at her and not celebrate all she has done for this community. And so that's why I wanted to come on tonight, and that's why I wanted to come with these young women here. The Childress family represent everything that Sue Ella believed in. First of all, it's family, like the Carter family, like the Stanley brothers, like Jim and Jesse McReynolds, like the Boatwright family. She came from a long family of musicians who played around. Her dad was a wonderful banjo player. And so she came from a family tradition. And she loved the music of the mountains about as much as anybody I've ever run into. She never, ever lost her love for the music. And when we started this music school, it was like I've never seen anybody so happy to have the idea that young people were going to be playing this music for many, many years to come. And that's what I'm proud. These girls have been thanking me for coming and playing with them, but I want you to know I am so proud to be here with them, to represent the Mountain Music School that we started 15 years ago. And Madison was one of the first students, and we've added one of these girls just about every year. And there's not 5 of them, there's 8 of them. That's right. We're working our way down and back up again. That's right. Mama just had another one yesterday. Second little boy. First little boy is really glad. They done watered all the hair off of him. These girls just pass him around. Just let him. But anyway, so this family is just, they epitomize everything that Mountain Music School is trying to do. 40 years from now, they're going to be here. And that's exactly what she's smiling about. In the last days of her life, She never gave up hope. She never stopped loving this music. And the very last thing that she was able to see and be a part of was I Skyped Mountain Music School's final concert for her, and she closed her eyes and went to sleep. She was going to determine to stay alive to see this last bunch of graduates. We started out with 30. We had almost 180 this year. And so, something to be proud of. Welcome. This is Madison. I'm naming them. This is Claire. I always get Hannah and Sophie mixed up, but this is Sophie, and this is Hannah. I can't name the other four. It took me years to get to this. We're going to play one of Sue Ella's favorite songs, and the song that the kids have learned at music school all the way through. So, it's an old song called Angeline the Baker. She is not stout, makes my biscuits good brown, pours my coffee out. Angeline Baker, Angeline, I know I should marry Angeline 20 years ago. Play girls. Their mama told me a story, and she was saying that whenever she had to, perhaps, maybe, wouldn't say punish one of the girls, but she might have to reprimand them a little bit. She didn't take away the cell phone, she took away their instruments. stop and think about that one for a minute. And so when one day, I don't know what Madison could possibly have done because this is the sweetest child in the world. She took her guitar, and so Madison said, well, fine, I'll just go write a song. And that's what she did. And boy, I'll tell you, it is a great song, and I think that it in some ways epitomizes what I was talking about, Sue Ellen, and all of us who travel along this hard road of life, and sometimes it's hard. I mean, it is hard not to give up, but it's also part of human nature to have hope, and that's really what Madison's song is about. It's about the hope that we have in this life, and it's not how we pass, it's how we live.
Just making his way on this long and dusty old road. He thought to himself, I might die, but I'm not ready to go. Then he got on his knees, and then he started praying.
Thank y'all so much.
About another hand for Ron and the Children's Girls. Families are so important in this music of ours. I think Ron mentioned Sue Ella's dad, Scott Boatwright, who was one of those people that played old-time music, excuse me, played old-time music for a living back in the 1920s when everybody was playing old-time music, and the people who could actually get paid for it were the best of the best, and that would be Scott and Doc Boggs, who he played with. The Childress family, another example, and of course might say the first family of country music in a lot of ways is the Carter family from over in Scott County. And that has been a big part of Homecraft Days too, especially of late. Jeanette Carter was at the very first Homecraft Days, and I think maybe the next two, but then she quit coming because she had started the Carter Fold. And at that time, Homecraft Days was only a Saturday, and she couldn't do both. When we started having the Friday night shows, she could and did come, and I have seen there've been some memorable moments up here on this stage with Jeanette and her son Dale. Of course, the Carter Fold has been such an amazing contribution to our community and our music. And Dale, Jet, her son, grew up there. Told me the story of how he, being left-handed, you notice he's holding that thing all backwards. And he took it for granted that because he was left-handed he couldn't learn to play. But Jeanette invited Libba Cotton to come and play one time, and Libba Cotton, a great African-American guitarist, played backwards, and she said, I can do it, you can do it. When I come back here, said, I want to see you playing, and she did, and he was. So Dale and Teresa and Oscar have been playing together for, I don't actually know how long. I almost want to say I don't remember a time when they weren't playing together. But they could, you'll find out in a minute if you don't already know how very, very good they are, and how, in what great hands the Carter family musical legacy is right now. They could play anywhere they wanted to, and they've played the Grand Ole Opry, and they've played all kinds of places, but I am just really proud that they've stayed here in Southwest Virginia, and that they are a part of our musical family and our musical community, and we're just real proud to say, would you please welcome Dale Jett and Hello Stranger.
Thank you, Rich. I guess it'd only be fitting that we start out with a Carter family tune. I went across the river, I lay down to sleep. Went across the river, I lay down to sleep. Went across the river, I lay down to sleep. I woke up, had shackles on my feet. 29 links, chain around my leg. 29 links, chain around my leg. 29 links, chain around my leg. And on each link, initials of my name. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. That train arrived, 16 coaches long. Train arrived, 16 coaches long. Train arrived, 16 coaches long. The girl I love, she was on that train and gone. Well, I asked that judge what might be my fine. I asked that judge what might be my fine. asked that judge what might be my fine. 21 years on the RC mountain line. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Anyone should ask you who composed this song. Anyone should ask you who composed this song. Anyone should ask you who composed this song. Tell them it was I'll sing it all night long. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, and I won't be worried long. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to do this song here especially for our dear friend Sue Ella Boatwright Wells that we miss terribly. I know a lot of other people out there do as well. It just ain't gonna be the same. When death shall close these eyelids and this heart will cease to beat, and they lay me down to rest in some flowery bound retreat. Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me when I'm gone? And these lips shall never more press a kiss upon your brow, but like old still in death, would you love me then as now? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me when I'm gone? Perhaps you'll plant a flower on my poor unworthy grave. Come and sit along beside me while the rose is not, and wait. Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me when I'm gone? One thought my soul would cherish when this fleeting life has flown. That thought would cheer me in dying. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me? Will you miss me when I'm gone? Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
What you gonna do, honey?
About thinking tonight of my blue eyes.
My eyes were blue and you don't think about me.
You never know how much I think about you. Would been better for us both had we never in this wide wicked world ever met. All the pleasures we both seen together, I'm sure love will never forget. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, who is sailing far over the sea. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Oh, you told me once, dear, that you loved me, and you said that we never would part. But a link in the chain has been broken, leaving me with sad Oh, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. When the cold, cold grave shall enclose me, would you stand and shed just one tear? Tell all the strangers around you, a poor heart that is broken lies here. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of my blue eyes, who is sailing far over the sea. Oh, I'm thinking tonight of her only, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. And I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Thank you. That's in D too, ain't it, Oscar? Diamonds in the rough. No, we switched it to D. Yeah, we've been playing it. Love it. You been hitting something? Oh well. While walking out one evening, not knowing where to go, just passed time away. Before we held our show, I heard a Bethel mission band singing with all their might. I gave my heart to Jesus, and I left the show that night. The day will soon be over, and digging will be done. No more gems be gathered. Won't you let us all press on? And when Jesus comes to claim us, and he says it is enough, those diamonds will be shining no longer in the world. Day, my precious comrade, he too was lost in sin. Others saw not your rescue. It was Jesus that took you in. So when you're tired and tempted, it's scoffers and rebels, don't you turn away in anger, those diamonds in the rough. The day will soon be over, and the digging will be done. No more gems be gathered. Won't you let us all press on? And when Jesus comes to claim us, and he says it is enough, those diamonds will be shining reading through the Bible, some wondrous sights I see. I read of Peter, James, and John on the Sea of Galilee, and Jesus when he found them, Lord, he found them very tough, and they were precious diamonds that he gathered in the rough. The day will soon be over, and digging will be done. No more gems be gathered. Won't you let us all press on? And when Jesus comes to claim us, and he says it is enough, those diamonds will be shining no longer in the world. Those diamonds will be shining no longer in the world. Thank you.
Did you remember it then, Oscar?
I was thinking about that other Diamond song. Diamond on the Rails. That's the one we need to do now, I guess. Ain't that?
That's in C, right?
Let's see. I believe. We'd really like to thank you guys for coming out and be a part of this Home Crafts Day. Friday night concert, great weekend coming up. Tons of more great music tonight, all weekend long. Like I said, just want to really thank you guys for coming out. It means a whole lot, especially this year. I guess some of you women can't wait to get out there tomorrow and start buying all those crafts, can you? I noticed my wife snuck a 20 out of my pocket a while ago, so she's getting ready. One, two, three, four. Standing by the roadbed with my hand down in the jeans. I've been down since I got up this morning. Tired of northern cities and work is all without. Time to catch a freight train to New Orleans. Winter sun is flashing like a diamond on the rail. Against the sky, I hear that diesel moan. Feel like I've been traveling all my life, trying to make a living on the road. You can feel the steel rail shaking as she comes up to the grade. Can't you hear that lonesome whistle moaning? Swinging to a boxcar as she slows down for the bend. Lean back on the side, can't you feel her rolling? Running like a racehorse through the cotton and the corn. Flying past the factories and the farms. Know that you'll be waiting by the door. Close my eyes and I hold her in my arms. lie here sleepy dreaming about the places that I'm going. In my dreams I feel somebody shake me. Wake up and I'm staring at those four great concrete walls. Warden comes around again to wake me. Wish that I could tell him what a dream I had last night. Hope he didn't hear me call your name. Wish that I could be back home again. Stood staring out the window at that train. 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 Thank you. Thank you. He said do some more. I can't tell how many. Now, Tom will give us a hook here in a minute. Cannonball, I guess.
One, two, three, four.
Starch my jumper, babe, and wash my overhaul. Catch me a train that they call the Cannonball. Buffalo, Washington. Yonder comes that train running down the line, trying to make up all of her lost time. Buffalo, Washington. Down here crying 'cause she's gone. Feel like I'm dying 'cause she's gone. Lord, she's solid gone. One day I'm happy, next day I'm blue. Day I'm so lonesome I don't know what to do. 'Cause she's gone, she's solid gone. Yonder comes that train rolling down the track. Carried her away and it ain't gonna bring her back. Honey babe, blue-eyed babe. Down here crying 'cause she's gone. Feel like I'm dying 'cause she's gone. Lord, she's solid gone. Baby, she left me, even took my shoe. Enough to give a man them doggone word blue. 'Cause she's gone, solid gone. I'm a going up north, going up north this fall. My luck, it don't change, Lord, I won't be quite tall. Honey babe, blue-eyed babe, down here crying 'cause she's gone. Feel like I'm dying 'cause she's gone. Lord, she's solid gone. 'Cause she's gone, Lord, she's solid gone. Thank you, thank you. We'll do a little history lesson. This is a story of a happening that happened not too far from here. I can't remember the actual
1929, I believe.
I believe it was 1929 when the cyclone of Rocco come through and destroyed the schoolhouse and was very had fatalities for children and school teachers. And Dale's grandfather, A.P. Carter, come down to visit the site after it was all over, and the devastation and everything really bothered him, and he wrote this song about it, and it's called The Cyclone of Rocco.
And we fixed it up a little bit, as AP would say, to suit our band a little bit, but I think you'll recognize the song. Listen today and the story I'll tell. Sadness and dead and dying. Dreadful cyclone that came this way blew our schoolhouse away. Dry cold, 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 dry cold. Place my childhood home. Burn life's early morning, Lord, I once loved alone. Now, so silent and alone. When the cyclone appeared, it darkened the air. Lightning flashed over the sky. Children all cried, don't take us away. Spare us to go back home. Dry cold, 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 dry cold. Place my childhood home. Where in life's early morning, Lord, I once loved alone, and now so silent and alone. Mothers so dear and fathers the same came to that horrible scene. Searching and crying, they found their own child dying on a pillow stone. Rock cold, 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 rock cold. Place my childhood home. Where in life's early morning, so silent and alone. Won't you give us a home far beyond the blue sky? Storms and cyclones running on. And at the end of life's string, we're gonna meet at God's hand, children in a heavenly home. Rocco, 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 place my childhood home, where life's early morning, Lord, I once loved alone, and now so silent, alone, and now so silent. Thank you.
Thanks. What are you doing in here?
So we'll do it our way to eat. We'd really like to thank you guys for coming out tonight. This is going to be our last song, and you got a lot more music coming up. And like I said, we appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming out and sharing the night with us. Thank you so much.
Help us sing on the chorus on this. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I told that undertaker, undertaker, please drive slow, for that lady that you are a hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I follow close behind her, tried to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Went back home, home was lonesome since my mother, she was gone. Heard my brother, sisters a crying in a home, Lord, sad and alone. Help us sing. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Thank y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Good night, everybody. There's plenty more coming up.
Dale Jett, Hello Stranger. Wonderful Carter family and just their own stylings of wonderful music, and appreciate them coming over. You know, they've been a part of this festival since the very beginning of it. Jeanette Carter was part of the first festival, and her family have been involved with this festival, and we really appreciate them continuing to be a part of it. We want to point out a couple of things while this next group is getting set up. We do have a new recording out this year. Sue Ella Boatwright Wells wanted to celebrate some of the music. Every 5 years in the past, we've put out a recording of the retrospective of the past 5 years. And this time, of course, with as many people as we've had playing in this festival, it's really hard to decide, well, you know, what do we put on, what couldn't we carry on and document. And we decided that the thing that's happened in the past 5 years is the kind of explosion of young people who have taken up this music. So this is called the Youth Movement. Thank you, Beach Wells. It's called the Youth Movement, and it's a tribute to Miss Ellie. That fellow there on the cover, you may recognize Mr. Tyler Hughes and his partner, the Haley Chaco, there's on there, and we have it's a compilation of performances from about 20 different groups and individuals, and I won't even start naming them, but you can take a look at this recording out there. We also have a picture of Miss Ellie and one of her proteges, Miss Maggie Gatley, on there on the CD. So check that out and take it home. This is used strictly to raise funds to help support this festival. As you know, your tickets tonight were very reasonable. And that's because of Bonnie Elasser and Pro Art and Dr. Hamilton and Mountain Empire Community College, the continuing education program here at Workforce Development, and all the people who spend countless hours putting this festival together each year. And so the musicians they're not volunteers. We do pay the musicians, but it's not what they're worth. It's what we can afford. And we really appreciate their sacrifice and their willingness to come out here and support this festival. So there's a lot more music coming on, so please stay around. We've got Dan and Robin Kessinger from up in West Virginia. We've got Bill and the Bells from over here in Tennessee. You just saw a great Virginia group here, the Dale Jett and Hello Stranger. And we've got another group coming up here from right here in Tennessee, in East Tennessee, over at Maryville, Tennessee, which is just a neighbor down there in Knoxville. These folks here, they travel all over the world sharing their music and their stories and the culture and heritage and great wealth of not just the Appalachian tradition, but the African American tradition and the tradition of Americana. So they do storytelling, they do very great music, and they're here to share with us again. They've been here maybe about the third time you've been up recently to the Home Craft Days Festival. We appreciate them coming. They'll be playing again tomorrow, I think. Yeah, 4 o'clock. So let's make them welcome right here to the Home Craft Days stage, Sparky and Rhonda Rucker.
Well, thank you, Tom Bledsoe,
Thank
and
you.
thank you. Look at it already. See,
Already.
I ain't paying for this.
I'm not at all surprised that Tom Bledsoe knows how to say marvel where
That's
we're
right.
from. Marvel. Sparky grew up in Knoxville.
I ain't got but one good here. Let me keep that one.
I don't know which one that is, Doug.
Now, when we did our sound check, it was okay. I think Dale broke that one.
Yeah, it's Dale's phone.
Yeah.
That's right. Dale's probably not even listening. Does that help if I do that? I don't know. You ready? We're going to start off here with a song written by Pete Seeger. Pete had a huge influence on both of our music and Sparky's career. And I always like to say that if anybody could write a song that's anti-war, pro-environment, and pro-music all in one, it's Pete Seeger. And of course, it's a sing-along. Well, may the world go, the world go, the world go. Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Well, may the skiers turn, the swimmers churn, lovers burn. Peace may the generals learn when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world
Well,
go.
may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Sweet may the fiddle sound, the banjo play, the old down. Dancers swing round and round when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world
Well,
go.
may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Fresh may the breezes blow, clear may the streams flow, blue above, green below when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world
Well, may the
go.
world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world.
Well, may the world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away.
Well,
One
may
more.
the world.
Well, may the world go, the world go, the world
Well, may the
go.
world.
Well, may the world go when I'm far away. Thank you.
Well, here in our beloved southern Appalachian Mountains, now I know some Yankees say Appalachia, but they don't know how to make pinto beans and cornbread either, so, you know, they get a lot wrong. But in southern Appalachia, where folks, this is like the ultimate melting pot of our nation, because the music and the songs and culture involves not only the Scott the Irish and the Scots-Irish, but also the Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Shawnee, and of course, the West African. And it's all blended together to make this wonderful, wonderful area we call Southern Appalachia. And there was this scholar from over in England named Cecil Sharp. Cecil Sharp. Of course, we know he was from England because if he was from here, it'd be Cecil. And he was basically trying to find remnants of some of the old Scots and Irish and English balladry here in this area of the world. And of course, he was going on Francis Child's collection. 1, 2, 3, and 4, they were all the things about demons and meeting them on the road and getting out of it. But there was one child ballad number 200 called The Gypsy Laddie. And it's about a woman who's living with a knight, and shining armor. Woo! Got everything she needs. People bringing her chocolate-covered orange slices and whatnot. You know. Waiting on her hand and foot and elbow. But along comes this good-looking gypsy man, and she leaves her youngins, husband, and runs off with this gypsy. Some people call that song Gypsy Davy. But here in this country, it takes several titles and several turns and twists. Give me a note. I am a roving gambler, gamble all around. Ever I meet with a deck of cards, I lay my money down. I lay my money down, boys. Lay my money down. I gambled down in Georgia, gambled up in Maine. I'm going down to New Orleans, gonna gamble my last game. Gonna gamble my last game, boys. Gamble my last game. She took me in her parlor. She cooled me with her fan. She said to her dear old mother, I love that gambling man. I love that gambling man. Ma, love that gambling man. She said, daughter, dear daughter, how can you treat me so? Leave your dear old mother and with that old gambler go. And with that gambler go, child, with that gambler go. She said, mother, dear mother, I'll tell you if I can. If ever you see me back this way, I'm gonna be with a gambling man. Gonna be with a gambling man. Ma, be with a gambling man. Said I am a roving gambler, gambled all around. Ever I meet with a deck of cards, I lay my money down. I lay my money down, boys. Lay my money down. Said I lay my money down, boys. Lay my money down. Thank you. Minor detail. just a little bit of loving. Let your heart be true. I know you know this song. Corina, Corina, where you been now? Where you been so long? Corina, Corina, where you been so long? I ain't had me no loving since you've been gone. You know I left Corina. Where'd I leave her now? Way across the sea. I left Corina way across the sea. If you see my Corina, send her home to me. Yeah. I got a bird that whistles. I got a bird that sings. Help me sing this song now. I got a bird that whistles. Can't hear you, Joe. I got a bird that sings. But without my Corina, life don't mean a thing. Where you been now? Corina, Corina, where you been so long? Corina, Corina, where you been so long? I ain't had me no loving since you've been gone. Thank you. Well, we're going to do you one more song here. You know, I've been a vegetarian since 1965. I believe I was a vegetarian before Gandhi was a vegetarian. I know I beat Dick Gregory up. But yeah, and of course, once I stopped eating all that meat and whatnot, you know, then my mind cleared up, you understand? And all the problems of the world revealed themselves to me. Like, what happens in the refrigerator when the light goes out? You know, when cottage cheese goes bad. And, and of course, the older you get, the more vegetables you need, if you get my drift. So I said, well, them people deserve some fun too, don't they, Rhonda? Them people, you know, them zucchini people and stuff, you know. Well, my good friend, wonderful fiddle player and mandolin player and guitar player and raconteur, wonderful musician by the name of William Howard Taft Armstrong, better known as Louie Bluey. He wrote this song. It's called the Vegetable Song. Was late one night in the pale moonlight, all the vegetables had a spree. You know they put out a sign, be that 9, all the admission was free. There was peas and greens, cabbage and beans, Lord, the biggest crowd you ever did see. Then old man Cucumber struck up his number. Should have heard the vegetables scream. Hey, little turnip top did the backward flop, shook the shimmy and he could not stop. Little red beet shook his feet. The watermelon died with the cockeyed heat. Little tomato agitator shook that shimmy with the sweet potato. Old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance. Shook that shimmy and he could not stop. Little red beet shook his feet. The watermelon died with a cockeyed heat. Little tomato agitator shook that shimmy with a sweet potato. Old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance this evening. Down at the barn this afternoon. Down at the barnyard dance. Thank you.